Morning, everybody. It's Monday morning. It's about 6:30, and this is a quick update before I go and chalk off another target. Yes, I'm actually going to go out on this. It's been sitting there for about a month now, chiding me, chastising me every time I come in here. Anyway, so I'm going to go out on that because I urgently need some exercise. So I've got my coffee, I've got my silly outfit, and I've got the will and the determination to actually do this because, as we've talked about for a long time, it's all about targets. You have to be setting yourself targets, and yeah, I had quite a successful week in terms of targets last week. I'll tell you all about that when I come back. We'll also talk about UCAS. We'll also talk about SGTs. We'll also talk about all the other stuff and what's going to be happening over the coming few weeks, months. Well, probably not years. We'll leave that one for later. But yes, I've got to get out on this. It's a beautiful day, a little bit chilly this time in the morning. So yeah, I'm wearing sleeves and everything, but that's possibly more detail than you needed to know. Right, okay. I think I'm ready for this. This is really going to hurt. But yeah, I'll see you in 32 kilometers, an hour and 15 minutes, and possibly looking a bit more presentable. So see you in a bit. Hope you're all well. Let's talk about that later. Bye now. Hello. Well, the first part of this video was obviously this morning. I had hoped to get in and do the second half straight away, but Monday got in the way, and so yeah, just taking advantage of this late sun to record a little bit outside. Why the heck not? Because it's lovely, and we get the chance to do all sorts of weird things while we're in lockdown, do we not? Anyway, here we are. So congratulations. We've made it to the start of week 3. And I hope you had a great weekend. And I hope that last week worked for you. All of the responses I'm getting from you and from your parents actually been pretty overwhelming. It seems that you understand what we're trying to do here and you value it as well. And that's fantastic. So thank you very, very much for that. Again, if there's something we can do the better, if there's something that you want us to work with you on, then by all means, let us know and we'll help you. And the one thing we really want to keep coming back to, and I mentioned this morning, is the importance of targets, because we all need structure. We all need something to do in the day. And so here are a couple of mine. So just on the left hand there, you've got the potatoes that I earthed in over the weekend. That's just over there as we're looking now. And on the right hand side, we've got my beer, which is bubbling away very, very nicely somewhere in the kitchen. So that's quite exciting. About 3 weeks hence, we'll have the lockdown ale. Which I'm looking forward to very, very much indeed. Also today, I got out on my bike. It's been sitting on the rack in my office with very, very shiny new tires. Changing the tires was the first target I set, so I've done that. And then I got out today. By crikey, that hurt. But there you go. It was the first one. And it was that critical thing of having the target, wanting to get out there, telling myself I was going to do it. I didn't quite make it out for 6:30, as you can see there, but I got out there in the end. And that's the important thing. And jolly nice it was, too. So that still leaves the guitar. I was going to give you a little strum here, but according to Mrs. Floyd, that makes me sound like David Brent, so I won't. But we're working on that. Much more importantly, really, is the work that's going on in the Enabling Futures program. And I hope you've been enjoying the lockdown lectures. I have to say, Dr. West and Anna Semler in the old Stoic office have done the most amazing job. And every time I look at this, there's more stuff on. I did this morning when we still had 2 holder pages there, and those have since been filled. And we've got stuff getting on here every single day. I know that many of you found the Money Plus Foundation one incredibly useful. We're seeing Joe again on Thursday to focus on students. So hopefully that'll be good for you. Graham Jones was fascinating. The Amazing Apprenticeships, that was very, very good indeed. So we've got all this stuff coming through here. And I know that not all of you can make them because of the time differences and because of other commitments. I fully understand that. But we will record these where we can, so you can access them in your own time afterwards. Also, hopefully you've been able to kick around the Ask a Stoic section of the VLE. I really like this. I think I've been wanting to do this for a long, long time, and I've just had the chance to do it now. So we've got universities on the left-hand side. We've got all of these different courses on the right hand side, and these are opportunities just for you to dig in there and phone up there, or to phone up Emily and say, hey, what's it like at UCL, what's it like at Exeter, or what's it like doing medicine, or what's it like doing business economics. So all of these well, not all subjects are covered, but a lot of them are. And again, every time I get an email from an old Stoic saying, yeah, I'd love to help, then I put that in there, and it just gets that bit better each time. There really is there's nothing better than human intelligence. There's no alternative for really, really good human intelligence. And these are Stoics who are either still at university now, or they have just emerged, and they're very, very keen to give you all of that. They're in a weird old situation here. They are themselves in many instances, of which more to come in a bit. So yes, that's kind of where we're going. UCAS, one of the reasons why this is so late is because UCAS moved things around again this morning. Initially, you'll remember that you were supposed to have your replies in by tomorrow, or in time for tomorrow. That was then pushed back to the 19th of May. That has now been pushed back again. So now your decisions need to be with UCAS by the 18th of June. I know a lot of you have already made your decisions, and that's fantastic. They're just ruling out all of these moving parts. But those of you who are still making up your mind, you've got a bit more time to ask a Stoic, perhaps. So yeah, go back to those pages I was showing you earlier and get on those. So a little bit more time there for you to make your decision. I don't know if you sat through the UCAS presentation last week. It was a very long exercise in kicking the can down the road. I know these UCAS people very, very well, but they're in an impossible situation. People wanted them to give answers to which they just to answer questions to which they simply don't know the answers. Are universities going to reopen? Who knows? Again, I was asking those Stoics who put their names forward, what are universities saying to you? Are they telling you to come back? Are they telling you not to come back? They said, well, not telling us anything. So I understand we've got an announcement coming on Sunday from Boris. That may clarify things a bit, or it may just be another exercise in kicking the can down the road. We will find out on Sunday. What the UCAS people did say is that there's no urgent need for you to change your plans. If you were planning on taking a gap year, then take a gap year. If you were not planning on taking a gap year, then don't bother. Alternatively, if you were thinking of going one way or the other, then do it. Hey, whatever. Something they did say that was interesting is that the numbers of people who are changing their mind seems to be fairly consistent in both directions. So in other words, you've got as many people cancelling their gap year as are choosing to take their gap year. So that cancels each other out. One thing that doesn't cancel out, however, are foreign students or overseas students. It seems that foreign students are choosing to stay at home this year, not unreasonably. But that has some interesting consequences. It may mean that the market is a little bit softer in August. It may mean that it's more of a buyer's market there for you who are coming in and shopping around. From which it follows that if it's softer this August, it may be tougher next August. You may want to build that into your matrix. But again, we're largely speculating. We don't really know how this is going to spin out. Just watch this space and keep asking the questions. Those of you who are planning to make a Term 7 entry, that's one for this Michaelmas term. Those dates haven't changed. The UCAS search window goes live tomorrow. That's May the 5th. And the actual application facility goes live on the 19th of May. We'll be turning the volume up on that over the next few weeks. So watch this space. Yeah, if you're not already on UCAS Hub, make sure you are. So lots of stuff there to look at. Something else for everybody to look at is that in order to give you function and purpose, next week we've designated CV week. Now, we did promise your parents that you would be leaving Stoke with a fully functional CV. Well, next week is when we're going to put the burn on that. So here we have a number of resources online. Again, it's in the Enabling Futures section and in the Careers section. So there it is, CV building, how to write a CV. And if you drill into that, there's a load of CV templates for you to work through with your tutors. So working with your tutors, you should be getting yourselves a CV that will A, get you to the first step, and that B, you will be able to build on as you acquire more skills going forward. And in terms of building skills and having stuff to put on your CVs, now is the perfect time to start looking at those massive online, any online course, whether it's through the MOOC or FutureLearn or Coursera. Again, they're all linked off on the website. I'll make sure I link off to them in the footnotes to this. But that's an easy win for you to put on your CV. And a couple of Stoics have asked me, can I recommend good courses on Excel or on Word? They're all there. Just have a quick route around the FutureLearn, I think it was. I found some very, very good ones from Australian universities. That's a very, very, very good point. Very, very easy win there, for your CV. So get to work on those. And really, that's about it from me. CV week next week. All those UCAS dates to think about, targets. Speak to your tutors. Make sure you're liaising with your tutors. We're here to help, okay? We will contact you. You can contact us anytime you like. But let's make sure we've got that dialogue ongoing, because this is weird enough already. And we don't want to make life any more complicated than it already is. I'm going to stop at that point. I'm going to say thank you very much. You know where I am if you need to contact me. I'm not going anywhere other than up and down this garden, Major Tom style. And that's about it. Keep on keeping on. And remember, this too shall pass. Just contact us if you've got any questions. Hello to Jason Isaacs. Hello to everybody. Have a great week and see you in a few days. All the best. Bye for now.